We're going to finish over on Sky Witness and Now TV with the third season of an American drama series called Fire Country. And here's a clip.
Gabriella, you take Diego to be your lawfully wedded husband?
We can help. Let's go.
I need to fight fire. Out here as a free man.
Can't decide if firefighting is going to save that kid or get him killed.
Yeah, so I've watched the first and second episode of this, and as you say, it's its third outing, isn't it? So it's a US drama. It's obviously incredibly well received, which is why it continues. And I don't know what you think here, but I think you'll catch up quite quickly if you haven't seen the other two series. I would say you'll catch up quite quickly with the characters, and it's quite an explosive start, really, because it's all set around a prison release fire service scheme, which is set in California, and this series kicks off at the wedding of Gabriella and paramedic Diego, and straight away you get the sense that something dramatic's about to happen. I'm not sure if it's the music or the pace or the way it's been shot, but straight away something's happening. There's an undercurrent here. There's a lot of chatter about whether Gabriella, who is a firefighter as well, whether she really wants to get married. She shared a kiss with another firefighter previously. He's a convict because he's part of this scheme, and he's now a trainee fireman called Bodie. And you see them talk about, so you kind of see that there's an undercurrent here, and then she's due to get married, and there's that awful moment in the church where you're like, I do. Are you actually going to say it? Are you not going to say it? And as you do, a helicopter crashes. And it's a huge incident. I've got to be honest with you, it felt like the longest time in the world to listen to somebody, whether they were going to say I do or not. And then, of course, the helicopter part of it smashes through the church window, and the majority of it comes down on this cafe drinking tavern called Smokey's Tavern, and there are people in there. Gabriella's ex Jake, he's dining in there with his late partner's daughter Genevieve, so it's kind of like all hands are on deck to try and it's incredibly dramatic immediately. And then whilst they're trying to do their best, and she's in her wedding dress trying to kind of help all these people, there's this undercurrent of kind of romance and passion and wanting to be with someone that you shouldn't be with, couldn't be with, aren't supposed to be with, as she was due to get married. So I think in this series, Gabriella plays a really big part in this, because I think in previous ones we haven't sort of got to know her quite as well as you'll get to know her in this, and see some of her flaws, because that up until now I don't think you particularly have. So from what I've seen so far, I did quite enjoy it, but I've got to be honest with you, and some of that footage, I mean, I've never seen a helicopter crash, but it just didn't feel brilliantly plausible, I've got to be honest with you. What did you think of it?
Oh, come on. We've all been to weddings that have been interrupted just before the bride says I do by a helicopter crash. Come on. Yeah, so I'd not seen this before. I didn't really know anything about it. And it does pick up from exactly the end of the previous season, when Bodie, who clearly is in love with Gabriella, he walks out of the wedding ceremony. So I mean, it's very, as you can gather from the plotting, it is very soapy. That there's no escaping that. But of course, I mean, I like the fact that it's this sort of convict release scheme. That's very unusual. And in this season, Bodie, he wants to become like a fully fledged, proper fireman. This has kind of become his new focus. And of course, it's got all these different fire-related emergencies. So, there's a lot of drama and action. But yeah, it's It's not really for me, but I'm sure it has its fans. But yeah, I just found it like super soapy and quite kind of cheesy, and I thought the characters were not that well developed. But yeah, certainly exciting. Let's put it that way. I don't want to, I don't want to rain on anyone's parade here, even though that's what the fire service would want me to do if it was on fire. Anyway, I don't know where I'm going with that. Yes, one little thing to add is that a guest star in this season is a musician called Jelly Roll, who apparently expressed an interest in being in the season. And Max Thierio, who is the creator and plays Bodhi, he met him, I think, at an awards ceremony. They got chatting, and now, yeah, he's got a part in the show. So, yeah, I'm sure existing fans, they will want more of the same. That's exactly what they're going to get, and they're going to love it.